might not be big enough. We might need to back it up.
Watch it for your surroundings.
We have had smoother entries. Our clocks have reflected the real time sooner as well. But welcome. In light and in maybe a little bit more light, or maybe not even, we're all here. Thank you for joining in our handstand practice. My name's Ian, and together with Lauren here, join us in our handstand practice for fun, for strength, and with safety in mind. With that, we'll start with our wrist preparations, head, neck, shoulders. Check in with your body, and does it feel safe to play in any way today? Hands open. Grip those fingers down. Screw them in with the blood donations facing forward and the armpits low. And start at the head, neck today, and tuck the chin, giving yourself that Kermit the Frog sound. And then gently extend forward. Repeat one more time. Flex the neck. Chin stays so tight. Doesn't need to be a big shape. And then extend. And return to a neutral position, looking most likely between the hands. Flexion at the neck also includes sideways and pull to center. And a lateral bend the other way to have an ear approach a shoulder. Have the ear reach to the shoulder rather than shrug a shoulder and returning. Return to center. Repeat one more time the other way. Lateral bend, center. Lastly, rotate. I'm going to look over my left shoulder here to look towards Lauren, and then back to my hands. The crown of my head will push towards the screen here as I look and reach and realize that that side feels a little bit more restricted. One more time each side, checking in with your body as you go. Rotation, return long to center, and then reach that crown of the head long as you rotate for the last time, and center. Take some time off those hands. How did that feel? What's your wrist extension like? Check in with measures like wrist extension and wrist flexion to help us in our handstand. Take a quick moment off those hands. Let's get into a lunge position. And as I am right now, hike up one side and then pull low. Repeat up and then low. Then repeat that same thing front back, and Lauren will be a better demonstration for this as we tilt our tailbone to the back and then tuck under the hip. Reach to the back, tuck under the hips. Pause with the tailbone out the way Lauren is right now. In our handstand practice, we probably want to avoid this hips position, and instead, we're going to tuck under and contribute to this rib cage compression onto the hips. Take the leg out front, slide it to the back, alternate that leg out front, maybe that hip hiked right away. Check in with that hip hike and level it out. Repeat a hip hike because that's still a useful habit, and to pull low. Now tip your punch out the front again if we tip our tailbone to the back, and then tuck under. Think of that tucked under hips position as the position we're going to aspire for our handstands practice. And tuck under. Last one, tip forward, make a connection, tuck under, handstand style. Back to two knees, back to those hands with a quarter turn. Quarter turn at the hands. Keep the shoulders packed down for now and the fingertips wide open. I'll push energy through my left hand, contributing to my right side shift, and then I'll push through my right hand, transferring that weight over to my left. In this moment here, think of this as a very useful drill to correct the banana shape, to correct the over shape, pressing one way to go the other. Return one more time to center. Shake out those hands. Turn them around. Fingertips facing the knees this time. Fingers down first, then those knuckle pads, and then the heel of the hand. Grip with the fingertips, pull the shoulders low, and press through the fingertips, turning them white. Press through the pinkies, heavy, heavy, heavy. Then press through the ring fingers, heavy, heavy, heavy. Then middles, same thing. Indexes, press heavy. All 8 or 10 fingers, including those thumbs now. And then slowly peel the heel of the hand up. The elbow will bend and peel those hands up off the floor and wiggle those out. Again, are we building strength? Are we torturing your forearms? Modify these movements as you need. On a wall is a good place to start, and then lowering on a bench towards the floor. Put one leg out front again. Leveling the hips. This time heel toe open to the side. Keep the hips forward. Check in. Are the hips level? Are they hiked? From here, slide, glide, press a knee towards over a toe, and push that way to come back to center. Pull the heel to the knee. I'm pulling this heel to this knee, allowing my knee to go over there, and then I'll push towards Lauren to move away from Lauren. We'll do that twice more. Pull into my hand, pull the hamstring and the heel in, and push away. And last repetition. Nice control, slide, glide. Keep that heel heavy. I feel mine wanting to pop off, and then push to tall. Return to center. Slide underneath. Alternate out front. Level the hip. Open to the side. Same thing. I'll pull this heel to this knee, allowing my knee over toe. I'll push away to return towards tall. Pull that heel, create nice tension in those hips, push away. Again, think of this skill in your handstand. If you want to go one way, you have to pull the other. And if you're doing your handstand, check those armpits, make sure you did your deodorant duty today. Pull those, or wipe the sweat off too. Okay, last one here. Pull the heel in, push away, return to center, and down. One last hand, quick warm-up drill, our first knuckle push-up. Let's get 5 to 10 repetitions of wide open hands, screwed shoulders in, modified position, push-up stance, say like me, or quadruped like Lauren. And as a single repetition, can we lift up onto one of those series or one of those sides of first knuckles? You see what we mean? You understand? Ready to rock? Let's place those down. Same thing, other side. Did the 4 pads or the knuckles stay low? And can you slow the descent? Perhaps repeat in the single fashion or work on both as a team. Slow down, rescrew, core brace, push, slow down, absorb that floor, make a nice connection with your screw. 1 or 2 more maybe here, up and low, and full body tension will help. So let's cue that in a second here too. Squeeze your bum, brace your core, and down. And as Lauren just did, always feel free to shake that out. From here, we'll get into some of our core holds. We'll use Lauren as a quick demonstration first, and then we'll do this together. On our back, we'll hold our first hollow position, and we'll do some side planks today as well. Holding a hollow position starts with feet on the floor for a second. Connect the rib cage to the hips by pushing your sternum up. Beautiful shape. Come down, Lauren. Do that with your neck. Not so nice. Come back down. Now do it again to that nice high standard, reaching through the core. Level 1. Level 2 could include knees over hips now. With pointed toes, like in our ballet practice, amazing placed hands, handstand practice. And then from here, maybe the arms could go overhead. And maybe she could give me a high five down lower, so her overhead is a little bit lower. And for 3 more seconds, nice and easy, always control out of that, relax. I'll be doing that now. Join me if you were watching Lauren for that first set, or double up, but give yourself some rest. Same thing, aiming for about 30 seconds or so. Oh, you could do it again. Lauren wants to do it again. Or you can watch, or watch. So same thing, we'll connect the rib cage to the hips, check. We'll lift the knees if allowed, check. I'll keep my arms low, Lauren has hers overhead, and in a tandem fashion the way Lauren did, or in a single leg fashion like me, nice and slow for about 15 more seconds, can we extend at the knee and the hip, meaning straightening out the legs. For 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, and control. From that position, let's find ourselves on our sideline with our packed shoulder. Our side plank progressions include packing shoulders and making sure we're stacked over the elbow. Grab on with that free arm and pull those obliques up. Give that little rib cage a little rock and roll. From here, extend away from the floor, pushing the hips through. Let's go. Lifting up, pushing through. Breathing into that for 5, 4, 3. Keep the shoulder pack, return the hip to the floor. Repeat one more time and look to Lauren for extensions of this task. Grip onto that rib cage and pull up, then lift the hips away from the floor by pushing the bum forward. Straighten out the top leg, keeping a toe tap on the floor. Internally rotate on that hip, meaning turn your inseam down, and perhaps for 10 more seconds, lift up a leg, point it straight, lengthen out, and hold for 3, 2, tap down, return, and switch in sides. Same thing. On our sideline, making sure we have our shoulders stacked over our elbow. We'll take the free hand and grab the ribs, slump a little maybe, but then pull up and engage your side lines. Extending the hips will lift away from the floor, pushing our bum forward and through, hanging on again for 5, 4, 3, 2, slow down.
Oh, use your leg.
You're right. We'll do that on the second one. So rest down for that first repetition here. How did that feel? Making sure that the shoulder stays stacked over top of the elbow and our obliques on and back safe. Take the free hand, reach to the bottom of the ribs, pull up. Cramp your glutes, extending those hips through. I personally have to think about moving that top one forward. The extensions of those tasks, again, is a straight leg out, internally rotating on the hip, lifting, reaching, and holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, a tap down. Maintain that shoulder pack, return. Final core prep today. Let's flip over to our front side. And on our front, we're gonna do our hollow. Your head, look like Lauren, meaning looking at the floor. I'm gonna be looking a little bit more forward to project my voice a little bit better. With the hands overhead, tuck the hips under, bringing the rib cage to the hips and the hips to the rib cage, like in the lunges from before. We're in a prone hollow position here with our legs tight, kneecaps straight, pulling through the floor, creating tension on the front line of our body. Squeeze your bum, pull, 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 hold for 3 more seconds, and relax. Personally, I think that's the hardest of the drills we've done so far. It's not an easy one. From here, I like to get into light crawling, so hands in a pressing up or push-ups position. Push up, modify as you need. Reach to that mountain peak or down dog's position. Push the floor away as to shrug. And again, that's a super useful habit for our handstands. We'll scap set or pull the shoulder blades down. Now push the floor away, shrugging like you will in your handstand. Pull, scap set, press away, lengthen through the hamstrings, tilt the tailbone to the ceiling. Repeat 2 or 3 more. And then if you know what this drill is about, come with me for a walk as we do our little elephant crawl here. Nice and control. We're working on alternating gait patterns here. Right leg, right leg. We can move front, back, side laterals. Take 10 more seconds here. Crawl around, lengthen out the hamstrings. And then we'll take our time and we'll stack or stand back up. What other crawls do you like, Lauren?
Lizards.
Lizard crawl. Okay, so we'll work on our squats later in today's practice as well. And this lizard crawl is a nice opportunity to open up those hips. Get in your squat stance, or approximately your personal squat stance. Okay, hands on the inside. Take your time, lowering yourself through. From here, lift your bum up, place your hands on the floor. That kind of looks like a crawl, lower bum, sorry. Right on, almost like a crow. And then we'll walk forward into a plank or back with your feet and hold a nice plank's position. Single leg to the hand. Push the heel in the back away as the kneecap in the front goes forward. Then pull or scissor into center. Lift a leg and switch. Lateral to the hand, foot. Foot goes to the lateral placement and the hand. Now push the heel in the back away from center and the knee in the front forward. And pull in, create nice tension, create a hover, and switch. Stay here if this is new, or join us in a little bit of our crawl as we walk around the room, nice and slow. Again, we would have a kick and a reach and a walk to a plank. And I'll walk right off camera and looking at Lauren. We have a little baby push-up going. We're switching a foot to the lateral place on that hand. And last one or two. To dismount, bring a leg forward, hang out in your little rock bottom squat here. Take a breath, and let's stand up. Working on other kinds of balance will help our handstand practice. But first, let's have a little moment of fun. And whether it's cartwheels, kick-ups, single leg hinges, scissors, you insert a nice fun handstand drill. And if you're not familiar with any, follow one of us or look at one of us for some inspiration. What are you going to do?
1 minute of fun? Is that what you're
1 minute of fun. Let's have some fun. So handstand kick-ups, minute of fun. Just taste and touch what it feels like to be upside down here today. Lauren does her tripod kick-up. I tend to do my step in. The first one I usually see a little bit of stars, particularly with no breakfast today. So I'm going to take a second, check in, and switch. And press away. Take your time between sets, adjusting your hair like I did, tucking in a shirt, whatever it is. Rest between sets. Ooh. I'm going to do one more here in a second. Again, looking at your partner can really bring out amazing parts in your own practice. Seeing Lauren's straight toes makes me think of keeping my toes and legs super straight for my last rep here.
Pull back upright first before you do that. Okay, it was good, but could have got a better line.
It's never good enough. We can always improve, always improve.
It was good.
We'll work on a couple other lower body balance skills here. Give the upper body a break, and I promise we'll come back to that handstand too. In a parallel stance, get onto the balls of the feet. Push heavy down, nice and control towards this toe squat. Hold for a second, drive down to go back up. Pulling yourself down and pushing yourself down to go up. We'll repeat that one more time. Nice and controlled down and back up and down. Now, zoom in a little close on our feet here. For fun, for 10 seconds, can we keep our hips extended? There will be a little weight shift, but can we try to lift the front pads on our feet and hold for 5, 4,
It's really hard.
3. It's really hard looking at someone who's shaking in front of you. 3, 2, and then and relax. Work on other balances. It'll show up and help our handstand practice here. Right, we're going to do one more time of just playing with your handstand. I'm going to be doing a kick up. I'll be doing a scissor kick up, meaning I'll lead with one leg in the air. I'm going to switch a foot and land the other way. What are you working on? Let us know in the comments section. What do you want to improve in your practice? Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comments. Let's work together for your handstand. Lauren will do a rep. Good. Setting up shoulders over wrists and working on that nice switch. Sometimes you have to work harder for it. But again, Lauren sets up beautifully with the shoulders over the wrists. Pointing toes. Saving. Are you going to do that again, or you want me to go? I'll go. So here I am now switching my feet. I've been typically a left, but now I'm going to lead with my right here. Scissor. And press. Nice. So working on that balance, as you can see, Lauren's trying really hard until the very end to control and consolidate the steps. In this approach, I'm going to take one step, two hands, one step to back. Consolidate those steps. Let's do one or two more repetitions here and fight hard to get in and out of your handstand. Yep. And then last one here for me. And press. Okay. Working on that little toe squat again, progressing through. We'll do one repetition to get low, and then we're going to work towards getting to the floor. Toes in your parallel stance, rise to the balls of the feet. Lowering yourself down, and Lauren said to me earlier to be more upright. So as you can see her upper body is just awesome there. From this position, could we take time and try to get the knees to the ground without going crash bang? Then extend the hips through. Let's lean back and bring our knees off the ground. Repeat for 2 to 3 more repetitions, slow and steady, keeping our core tension as we get the knees down, extending the hips with our bum squeeze. Slowly hinging at the hips would be appropriate here to keep our upper body tall. Awesome. And then press back.
I'm so sore from Wednesday night.
Lunges. Oh, leg lifts. Okay, one more time. Nice and slow down. Extend those hips through. Hinging on those hips or returning back. Pressing away. Standing up.
Slow.
And slow. Lower would probably be the best. We have a couple endurance drills here today. We are going to face that wall and work towards 1 full minute of this upside down drill. Lauren and I personally have been here in our practice before, and that's almost as much time as we've ever spent upside down on a wall. If you're new to this practice, join us for 10 seconds and watch for the rest, or watch for 50 and join in the last 10 seconds. Build your endurance, check in, and always have enough energy in the tank to get down safely through our cartwheel or our walk. So we're going to do a little quarter turn here to look at our wall bars here. So we'll establish our planks position here. I'll be going first, and I hope to do this for 2 sets today with a nice mobility drill in between. Facing away from the wall, take your time, set up your hands on the floor, and start slowly walking up the wall.
I'll get the timer on.
Get the timer ready because it started now. And for about 10 seconds or longer, be upside down. And again, if I was doing this at home or by myself, I'm not talking, but here we're trying to remind everyone to press the floor away, to shrug the shoulders, pushing away from the floor as much as you can. And then if you had a timer, knowing what time it is helpful too. Yeah.
30 seconds.
So it's been 30 seconds. We're going to try for a couple more here. Listen to your body. Can it handle the stress that is this drill? It's not easy. We're maintaining breathing. Lauren's coaching me to press the floor away. Hold my shape. 15.
5, to safe dismount.
Oh,
Oh, that's a long time.
whew, that's a long time. I'd recommend getting low, taking your time, and hanging out. Letting things get loose. I really like this light right here, I think.
But you gotta make sure
And you should
keep
go.
my time.
Oh, we were keeping time there? Okay, let's go Team Lauren in 5 seconds. In 4, 3, 2, take your time, walk towards that wall, and that's already been 7 seconds. So we're already in it, working hard here as we go through. Lauren looked at the stall bars behind her, and that's appropriate. Also looking at your hands. You have pointed toes. Stay on the wall for this set. Build that endurance with those stiff, straight arms. Build nice triceps. Work on that overhead mobility. And as a time check, it's been 32 seconds. 32 seconds. Her fingertips are white. She's gripping the floor. Her elbows have yet to bend. The ribs and the hips are compressed. It's been 45 seconds. We're going to try 15 seconds more here. We're breathing. She's looking at the stall bars. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, off the wall like a boss, cartwheeling out. Awesome. Let's take some rest from that. We'll come back to those wall bars in a second. Now, a little bit of an upper back stretch. Did the deep knee bends from earlier feel okay? Can we hang out in this position? Then can we place our hands on the floor with straight arms? Gently tuck a chin to that Kermit the Frog sound shape on our chest. Pull the rib cage down to the hips, push the floor away, and without looking away or pulling from the chin off the chest, extend the T-spine, pushing your heart forward. Stay there. Gently retuck the chin millimeters. From there, push the floor forward and extend the T-spine, trying to push your heart through this gateway out front. Pause. By 1 degree, tuck under the lumbar spine and engage those abs. Tuck the chin just a little bit too, and then push the floor away and push your heart, your sternum, the center energy through your body there, forward through the gates of the arms, and relax. Grip the floor one more time. Make sure our low back is neutral. And for one last time, chin tuck, and then pushing through. T-spine extension. Relax. Press yourself to a tall position. Knees in. Up with a hip extension maybe. Through a lunge, that's nice and easy. And then stand up.
It's a hard drill after you just came from upside down.
I get that. I'm grateful for my rest. Who would like to do that with me one more time on the wall? I do, but we're going to give ourselves one more quick chance to rest. Get in your squat stance. Hands on the insides of knees. Take your time getting low in your safe squat. It could be my height here, or I expect Lauren to go maybe a little bit lower. Anticipate Lauren to go lower. Now, take one hand off, and the other hand, pull in from the hip and resist from the shoulder. For 3, 2, relax that tension. Could you pull away from the hand? Now for one more, place your hand there and pull in. The hip is going this way, it's resisted with the shoulder that's pulling back for 3 more seconds. Then relax, then open. Now switch. Other side, pack that shoulder, pull in from the hip, and I feel these obliques that I'm gripping right here as well. Relax, create separation. One more time, pull into that hand, pull, 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 pull for 5, 4. Create separation. Now drive away to stand tall. That's supposed to be easy, but that didn't really feel that easy.
Whoa.
I'd like to do one more time on the wall. Who is with me? What number were you able to achieve? Could you hit your 10-second hold? Were you with me for the whole minute? Could you have gone longer? Build towards that minute, 10 seconds at a time. Let's get going. Last time like this today.
I'll get you.
Okay.
Get ready to go in 3, 2, begin your climbing.
So climbing away, we're going to touch the wall the whole time with those toes here today. Don't worry about your pull-off so much. And squeezing and tucking as Lauren's bringing that through.
Nice.
And I'm going to look here. If that's the line she's looking for, I'm going to look at the wall. I'm pressing away the floor.
That's your best.
My toes are pointed. She's being a great coach here, telling me I'm doing really well. Knowing we all know how hard this is.
30 seconds, less than.
We're going to breathe.
We're in the last 20 seconds.
And I'm really trying to bring my rib cage to my hips, as Lauren told me from before.
You don't have to talk. I'll talk into the microphone. 10 seconds remaining. 5, 3, 2, safe dismounts. Nice.
It's a lot of work. By the last 10 to 15 seconds, I could really feel my elbows wanting to bend.
What were they doing?
They were letting me know what's up. So when Lauren's feeling ready, Team Lauren, let's go maybe 10 seconds here. Performance enhancing skills like hair, shoulder mobility clearly, and t-shirt tuck-ins are nice. In 5, 4, 3, taking your time, and the initial climb up here counts. This all counts as part of that minute as we take our time walking in. As Lauren helped coach me, we're coaching those ribs to hips shapes here, avoiding that flare or the rib cage that opens. Keep the glutes squeezed, breathe always, and you're 20 seconds down. Lauren, in a good way here, is exploring her head position, finding that the best shape for her line might come where her face is looking at the wall and not looking at the hands. Looking at the clock again, that's been 40 seconds. We'll have 20 seconds more as a maximum. Again, touching the wall the whole time with the feet. Make it a different drill later and later. If Lauren's going for the minute, we have 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. The clearance is ready. There's lots of room for Lauren to dismount here.
2,
And yep. Woo. And take a second. Huh. I like to work on that upper back mobility drill. Hey there. Yeah. But within 10, 30 seconds, we do hope that we feel a little bit more normal. If you feel like a dinosaur for all day after doing that drill, maybe that's not our drill. Let's find something that we can collaborate on together. I like to just work one more time on that T-spine extension and more just as that, what are we trying to do here? Let's get back down. Deep knees, toes can touch in the back, hands on the floor, and the more rigid the floor, the better. So the rubber will work a little bit better than that turf here. Okay, we have wide open hands. And what this position does in the low back is it allows control that we can't really move the low back. We're trying to move through the rib cage. We have wide open hands. You have straight arms, gentle chin tuck. Push the floor forward and lengthen, pushing your sternum also forward for 3, 2, stay there and chill. Regrip the floor and straighten elbows. Pack the shoulders for a second and tuck. Then push through those shoulders, pushing forward and then lengthening through the sternum, the extension of the T-spine. Push forward for 5, 4, 3. Stay there, just chill the tension. Regrip, straighten elbows one last time. Maybe a gentle chin tuck again, just to standardize. It's not the neck doing the movement. Push the floor forward, keeping the lumbar fixed. Extend the T-spine, pushing forward, making it move through the ribs and the spine for 5, 4, chest forward through the gateway of the arms, and 2. Stay there, relax, press the tall, knees in, extend hips, lunging position, and up. I like it.
Can't get anywhere
Just jump.
Just jump.
Just jump up.
Okay.
Okay. We've done our endurance drills on the wall today and work in sets of 5, often, but never really a minute. My personal goal, again, is to hold a handstand for 1 minute in the center of the room with no assistance. If I want to do that, I need the endurance to do it against the wall.
We're doing it again?
No!
Oh,
But why we would do something like that?
Oh.
Don't worry, Lauren was worried we're going to do that again.
I thought you said
Not
5
today.
times.
Yeah, on your own this week. Sometime on your own, 5 sets with some squats in the middle. Have fun with that as a fun drill. I don't even know what time it is, but it's about time to think about wrapping up. So we're going to keep having fun here. We'll do one more little squat hip mobility drill and then piece together some squat cartwheels and maybe finish with our splits. One more time in our squat. Open up to your squat stance. Maybe you can go lower. I use this side first, so this time I'm going to switch. If you can remember, switch sides. Pull yourself into your low squat. Take one hand away wherever you wish to place it. Pack the shoulder of a stiff arm and pull from the hip in and resist from the shoulder back for 3, 2, stay there, relax. Could you pull, creating separation there? Now for one more time, pack shoulder, brace core, and pull in from the hip. It won't move, or it might move just a little bit, but this nice isometric for 3 more seconds. Then relax, pull off, stay there, alternate side. Stiff arm from the adductors, growing glutes, pull into center, packing a shoulder for 3, 2, relax. Create separation, pull off. Hand on, packing, bracing, pulling from the hip, adducting that hip back to center for 3, 2, create separation, drive away, stand up.
Oh.
How's that? I agree. Let's take some sips. It's been that kind of practice today, I think.
It's hot too again.
It is. Squat cartwheels. Lauren, can we see your cartwheel? Full on cartwheel. Full cartwheel with toe points. Let's watch Lauren do her cartwheel first. Ta-da! Other way. Nice.
Not bad.
So working on your cartwheel can be a fun and progressive way to work on the quote-unquote bailing skill necessary for a handstand practice. Maybe your home at your house currently is not set up for cartwheels, but maybe the squat cartwheel rendition can satisfy. Squats.
Squat. More squat.
Squat cartwheel. Hand, extending the hips to the hand, a little bit of a weight transfer, and then push back to your squat. Repeat. Other side. Hand, hand, push off, little balance, and then down. And then let's stand back up after last one. And then if Lauren came forward again, could she show us what that would look like going from right to left and then left to right? My turn, my turn, my turn. Nice, nice. So whether we contribute to this practice in this sort of fashion here,
This is what, looking?
no, so that version, so the kind of the full version there, or with me, we just work on a nice little weight transfer. And that can happen from here to, or if you had a nice ottoman or something, raise the floor up and just work on that nice weights. Lauren will do a right, a left, stand up, shake out, and then all go after.
Follow one of us.
Follow one of us.
Oh.
There we go. So up to 4 here, no rush.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, little slops. It's a lot of work.
Right. It is a lot of work, particularly after that wall drill. So if this, we'll see how this goes. And if we're personally failing on these reps, we'll switch our drill. We want to work at a place that's productive and not frustrating.
You try.
My try. So from a squat, hand, hand, foot, foot. Hand, hand, foot, foot. Hand, hand. Last two each. And then last one. And up. Lauren's turn. What do you think? We'll try one more. And again, we want to work at places that promote success and that we can still have fun. There we go.
Not going for any stalls. Just.
Yeah, looking for flow. Looks very flowy. Lovely flow.
There we go.
Lovely flow. Challenge your practice appropriately. Here we go. Ooh, I don't like seeing the turf and the rubber there. I like knowing I'm going to land on the rubber.
Your frog legs are going crazy.
Mine are?
Yeah, there, that's right. There we go.
Lauren said my frog legs were going all crazy there. So we always have something to work on. And I'm seeing stars, so I'm going to get a little bit low. Come on down, join me on the ground. Let's work on one quick set of splits. Maybe ask for a group recommendation for a minute of craziness, trying to minute stand in the middle of the room. Or, I'm tired, let's work on something else today. Let's work on our side split. Get in our modified 90 position here, where we have one leg extended out front, kneecap up to the ceiling. Please feel free to use the hands or outriggers as necessary. From here, flex the ankle and point that foot. Take this butt cheek in the back and push forward. Pull back without the front leg moving. Pull back or compress into this hip socket and then squeeze your buttock or extend your hip forward. Repeat one more. Pull back and extend your hip forward. Relax. At that moment now, you may be able to heel toe. Maybe you can't quite see that, but I went heel toe out the back here to open up a little bit. Did the front leg move? Hopefully not. If we can from here, think squeezing or extending that back leg, butt cheek forward, and pulling the front leg in. Relax, let that hip open up just a little bit. 2 more repetitions of a butt cheek squeeze or hip extension. Pulling the front leg in, pushing the back leg forward, letting things just soften. Final repetition, pushing forward, toes are shaking, and relax. Take your time, bring that into center, slowly straighten it out front, and alternate to the other side. So sitting tall, I should bring that knee forward just a little bit here. Sitting tall and pointing the front leg. Push the back butt cheek forward, compressing in the hip on the other side, pulling in a straight leg and pushing forward the back. And open or allow that to twist. Maintain shoulders square. I feel my shoulders rotating a little too. Shoulders square, hip extension, and pull the straight leg into the socket. Let it relax. One more time of pulling in a straight leg and extending the hip through of the bent knee. Hold, relax. That may have opened a window where we could heel toe or move the knee just a little bit. And from that position, reconvene with our straight leg out front, compressing the hip with a straight leg as you extend or push the back leg forward. And relax. Maintain shoulders square. Pull the straight leg into the hip socket as we extend or push the back leg forward from the butt. Hold, relax. And one more time. Compress in the straight leg, pointed toes and all. Extend through the back hip. Relax. With assistance and patience, lift up and pull to center. Should we try one more handstand, or are we cooled off on the handstands? Me too. My body at this point, upper body, is saying that was great. That was a really big challenge on the wall. And let's do it again. Just maybe not right now. My name is Ian.
I'm Lauren.
This is Lauren, who is not mic'd, but we're getting that sorted out too. Thank you so much for joining us at today's practice, and we look forward to continuing your skill development in the handstand. Whether it's chats here, we met Emily from Germany a couple weeks ago who really wanted to know about the banana shape and how to best avoid that. Shoot us a comment in a video, join us in a chat. This practice is for us, but it's also for you. Thank you for sharing. Stay strong and have a good weekend. Bye.